Hi everyone, it's me, the Broke Stacker. Hopefully soon we'll be joined here by Mr. Humble Stacker. We are doing the Broke and Humble Show number 3. This will be the third episode. We're trying a new thing here, and well, it's been going pretty well. I've been liking your guys' positive feedback, and it's just been fantastic. Now I'm having issues with my screen going black. That is very peculiar. If you guys can hear me in the background, please give me a 5 by 5 in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and post a comment here in the live chat and see if you guys agree with me or not. Man, I have never tried to type with my device in the vertical and the horizontal position before. It's quite difficult. Did I do that? Oh my. Uh-oh. Did I do it? Something's going wrong. There it is. Anybody hearing me out there? Got Joseph Lopez in the house. Says 555. Awesome. Bear's in the house. Welcome in, Bear. Good to see you guys. I don't know what's going on with my screen here. For whatever reason, it's not wanting to stay alive. Like I'm actively in a live chat, and it's weird. StreamYard's being weird tonight. Maybe I did something. I have no idea. Liberty Bleeds, welcome in. Good to see you. Rockamas says might be coming back later. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Melissa. Thanks for stopping by with the comment earlier. And yeah, guys, so I don't know where Mr. Humble is, but he might be running a little late. So, but while we're waiting for him, I'll show you guys what I've been up to this week. And this isn't everything. I actually made a few purchases this week on the dip. I don't know if anybody else was paying attention the last couple of weeks, but we had two dips. We had that massive correction where it dipped all the way down from whatever to $65 for a hot second, and it was kind of went sideways at $74 again. There goes my screen again. Are you guys losing audio every time my screen goes black? I just don't know. JT Coin Reens, good to see you. Donna McCoy is in here. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I don't know why my screen keeps going back. It's going to be hard to know that I'm actually live with you guys, that the screen doesn't stop doing this. How peculiar. Maybe if I go sideways real quick, let's try this. And then come back to it. No, that's not going to do it. I don't know what the heck I did, but it's acting like I'm in a web browser instead of actually in the studio right now. Very peculiar. Very, very peculiar. St. Nick is in the house. Good to see you. Let's take a look here. Awesome, guys. So, yeah, like I was saying, while we're waiting for Humble to join us here tonight, he's doing something. He'll be with us shortly here, hopefully. I sent him the link. If Humble sneaks in here and says to resend a link, I might have to do that again. But be patient with us today, guys. I don't know what's going on. StreamYard's being a little peculiar. So this week, last couple weeks, I was able to pick up my very first piece, my official piece of platinum. I got an American Platinum Eagle 1/10 ounce, 1997, first year of issue, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that was pretty neat. I paid a little bit more premium than I wanted to on this one, but I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, I finally dipped my toe in the premium world. So, not the premium, but the platinum world. Very cool. While I was there and I got that, I went ahead and I picked up a few Eagles as well. I got this backdated. This is a 2009, just kind of an AU slightly circulated piece here. Very cool piece. Also with that, I got one of these because it pretty much looked like it was BU. I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get that. You know what? I don't need this stupid card. What do you guys think? Before I do that, should I take this thing out of the card or should I just leave it in for now? I mean, it's not hurting anything leaving it in there, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to put in a tube. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Put that right there to the side. Well, actually, let's put it up here. Question mark. Should we take it out? Do we free the eagle? Will we free that bird? Also, that was on the first or second dip I saw right there. And on the next dip, I still got it locked in at about $72 an ounce. and I was able to pick up a few Morgan dollars. You guys don't know, these are Morgans. They were minted from what, 1878 all the way clear to 1921. I mean, there was a break in the middle there. I'm not an expert by any means, but yeah, I was able to get a few of these guys. They're just heavily circulated. They're not exactly coals, but they've been washed, so I'm going to call them coals for now. You guys don't know what a coal is. That just means very much heavily circulated, not perfect, but kind of not even worth grading from PCGS and all that. And another cool piece, a couple cool pieces I was actually able to get a hold of there. Is it worth more with the card? I don't think so, Bear, but it is protected and it's like a free holder. But at the same time, I can't put it in the tube. I'm trying to complete a tube right now. And I got that $5 over spot on the dip, both of those Eagles. So I thought I was pretty smitten by that. But yes, hang on just a second. I had Mr. JT Coin Rings chime in there. Whoa, why is this thing doing new comments? There it goes. JT says, I would own a quarter ounce platinum coin. I wish I kept. Oh, you did own one. Dang it, man. Yeah, Bear says, free that bird. Heck yeah. Before we do that, we'll get a few more inputs on it. Thank you, Bear. I also was able to get this. You guys don't know, a couple of years ago, I was doing a segment on the Britannia on the Coin of the Week video, and I didn't have one in hand, but I finally got this one. This is a backdated Britannia. See how the background is just a little bit different on the 2017 Britannia here. Milk spots, that's a security feature, am I right? Also, the background on this plane is a little bit different as well on the obverse. Very cool coin. I was able to get a hold of that, and even better, I was able to get a hold of this one. I got to keep playing and fidgeting with my stupid screen. I apologize, just to keep the screen alive, but it is what it is. I do it for you guys. It's fine. And I was able to get this one. This is a 2014, nice and plain in the background. Again, more milk spotting, some fingerprints, some super circulated, if you will, not heavily protected, but at the same time, it's a nice collection piece to add to the collection of the Britannias there. And I didn't have a 2014 before. Very cool piece. And yeah, that was about all I did for stacking this week. With the exception of a couple online orders, I saw the price dip and I jumped right on it. If you guys don't do that already, I recommend having accounts with online bullion dealers. And Brooke, I'm backstage. Oh, hang on. I think we got Humble here, guys. Just a second. How do we kick him in here? Add to stage. Here we go. Hey, Humble. There you are.
Bro, I am so sorry.
Oh, no worries, buddy.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I yeah, I nodded off.
Oh no, man! I did have it too late. I apologize, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day and happy Broken Stackers show here, number 3. We have the beautiful, the talented Humble Stacker with us today. Thank you for coming in, Humble.
No problem. Thanks for having me, man. Again, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, I'm so glad I'm here, though. How was work?
Oh, work was fine. I didn't work today, but today was I was just getting at Valentine's Day. I had to put Mrs. Broke Stacker first, and it was definitely a good night to have date night. Not very often do we both have the same day off, actually on Valentine's Day, the first time in years. And well, it was a lovely evening. Spent way too much on a fabulous dinner, but I tell you what, it was worth it because I've never been to that restaurant before, but I plan on going back and on other special occasions. It was fantastic.
Perfect. Perfect. Sounds like you had a great time.
Yes, sir. Blocks. Wait a minute. I got to readdress the chat here. Blocks said he has subbed. Thank you there. That is Blockas. Blockas. Thank you so much for subbing me. Thank you so much. Might be stupid, but I'm not gullible. Yes, sir. Me too. I wasn't born yesterday, but I wasn't born at night. Or some variation of that saying, right?
For sure.
Hey, Stack got golds in the house as well. Welcome in. What were you saying, Humble?
Black Blockas has an amazing glow in the dark silver set
Really?
collection. Yeah, he's got a really big glow in the dark silver collection.
Are those the Austrian ones with the creatures of the sea, like the anglerfish and all that?
He's up in Canada. He has a lot of most of his are Canadian pieces, actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to check those out. I'm not familiar with any Canadian mint fluorescents, but that sounds very interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, he
And
actually came on my channel one night showing it off. It was pretty cool. He did a lot of cool stuff.
nice, very nice. Oh yeah, when I almost forgot to mention these. I got 4 Mercury dimes with this purchase here of the with the junk silver for the Morgan dollars. Didn't quite add up to the dollar amount I brought in, so he threw in a few Mercury dimes in there too. I wasn't walking out of there with paper that day. Let me tell you, screw that paper. I wanted the real money, and this is the real money. Am I right?
For sure. For sure.
Yes, sir. So yes, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. This is a special Broken Stacker, the Broken Humble Show. This is on Valentine's Day, 2026. And Humble, I wanted to bring something up with you and everybody else here, and getting back down to the basics. Wanted to bring these up. The wheat pennies, the 1982 and prior United States 1 cent coins. These are 95% copper, if I'm not mistaken, and you can still find them in regular circulation. Anything 1982 and prior should have that alloy composition. Now, this one I fudged on a little bit. I lied. I did find this week. This is a Canadian cent. And I think they stopped minting these in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, these are also at one point they started making them out of a different alloy, if I'm not mistaken. But this one goes back. I think this is a 1983, so I believe it's still copper. But I could be wrong on that. Someone could correct me in the chat here if they like.
Halfway
But
through 82.
is that right? So
They went
83.
83 is all zinc. Halfway through 82, they made a conversion from 95% copper to 2% copper.
Now, are you talking about just the U.S. coins or the Canadian coins as well?
The U.S.
U.S. That's correct. I find that some of the 82s I had were kind of like I don't know. Let's throw it in that pile all the same. But you could probably just pull out your trusty scale and weigh them and figure out for yourself if those are actually made out of copper or not. If they're not copper, I'm sure they're significantly way less.
For sure, they do.
Absolutely. Like Busta says, February 2012, you could still find them if you're lucky. They were copper until 1996. So awesome. Yeah, this 1983 Canadian 1 cent is in fact copper. Very cool. I found that in my circulated coins today. These ones I just found in my sorry if I got these off camera, but these 4 are I found this week just with my regular purchases, guys. The real money's still hiding out there. You just got to look for it. It says right there.
I picked up some pennies at work for work and picked up some extra penny rolls for myself just to try to see if I could find some copper. And I don't normally do that, but for some reason I just felt compelled to pick up a couple of extra rolls for myself. And I picked up out of 3 rolls, I found 28 copper pennies and a dime.
Wow, you cleaned house, man. That sounds like a good haul for 3 rolls.
Yeah, it really wasn't bad. But like I said, I don't actively look for that stuff. But for some reason, I just felt, I don't know, just felt like I wanted to, and I did. Didn't do too bad.
Nice. Black Buster says, Humble, what is a penny that sounds British? Oh yeah, they're all 1 cent. We all kind of do it. Ever since I was a kid, we called them pennies too. It is what it is. You guys know what we're talking about. Yeah, we don't have pennies in the U.S. We have cent coins, 1 cent,
Yeah.
10 cent, 25 cent, quarter dollar, half dollar, all that. But yes, very good point. Thank you, there, Black Bostas.
I actually found a
And
whole bunch of Indian cents that,
oh, really?
yeah, I didn't
Nice.
realize. I probably picked up probably found about 8 or 9 of them.
Wow, those are harder to find in circulation. If you guys don't know what he's talking about the Indian head cents. These were the predecessor to the Lincoln penny. Sorry, Lincoln 1 cent. But yeah, these are really cool. If you guys see these in circulation, definitely pick these up. These were even in like circulated condition, they should be worth at least $1. Am I right?
Oh, at
Also, I
least.
think we missed a couple people in chat there. We had Lisa Anderson sneak in. Welcome in, Lisa. And Goomba Gary's in here. Good to see you.
Yeah,
A
so
penny saved, a penny earned.
my vendors here, like Bear said, because he's in Washington with me, they stopped giving out pennies. They stopped accepting them, which is
Really?
really crazy. Yeah, so they put these signs up that say, due to a national penny shortage, we can no longer accept pennies or issue them. So we will round up to the nearest nickel. So they are constantly stealing 2 to 5 cents or 2 to 4 cents every transaction.
Wow, that's criminal. Yeah, I wouldn't pay patronage to a business that is facilitating that action. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing for business. If anything, round down and call it a discount to your customer. Call
It
it
should,
a cash discount.
yep, it should always be in the customer's benefit, not your benefit.
Bear says, I call bullshit. They just steal. Amen to that, brother. Bear, I didn't forget about you. Tomorrow, I'm going to finish stamping out and I'm going to wrap your package up and get that in the mail to you first thing Monday morning, bud. Just to let you know, I didn't forget about you. Sorry, Bear. When I do that, I will be sending you that tracking number as well. Yeah, Bear was kind enough to give me a little business there and pick up a couple rounds. Oh, I think speaking of which, here's one of them, Bear. This was that last honeybee round I had in stock. The very last one. This is number 2 for 2025. Very cool piece. Very unique piece. Not many of them come out looking like that. Cool ripples how that one came out. Very nice. We'll put that to the side there for you, Bear. Thank you so much.
That reminds me,
And
I got to get a package out to you, bro.
oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
You melted up some.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Absolutely, yeah. I gotta get, bust out one of the brand new crucibles I have sitting in the back, so there's no cross contamination. Not that there probably wouldn't be, but just in case. I mean, a gold flake. How much is that worth nowadays, right? That's a couple dollars.
Yeah, I mean, there's close to 7.5 ounces in here, or 7.5 grams in here. So at that point, we'd probably be clearing, I'd say somewhere around, I'd say 4.5 to 5 grams of some sort
Interesting.
of cool special pour that you're gonna do, or make a BB or whatever.
Absolutely. I tell you what, for science sake, we'll precisely weigh it to the best of my abilities what's in there. We put in the crucible and what comes out and on the finished product.
Yeah, and I'm fine as long as you just knock all the slag off, whatever that final bar turns out to be, or whatever it turns out to be. That is plenty perfect for me. Just having something melted from my plaster gold that I got just sitting here in a jar, that would be totally sick.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome. That's called the streets laid in golden opportunity in America. Literally, you can go out and just pan some gold, dig it up, whatever, what have you, kick a rock over and find a gold nugget. The opportunities are out here still. So that is awesome, man.
Yeah, so I can't wait to get this off to you. So that'll happen here this week too.
Yeah, I'm very excited. That's going to be my very first gold I've poured. So I'm very curious as to how that is going to behave and manipulate. I'm tempted to get one of those smaller crucibles that you just use with the nap gas because it's such a smaller amount. That might be more.
That would be better, I think.
I
Just one
think so, yeah. And then I
open
can actually play with it. Yeah, it would be fantastic to do that too. I've been meaning to get one of those crucibles anyways for smaller pours. So it's no sweat on that. I'm very excited to play around with that particular metal. I played around with copper. I played around with silver. I played around with 925 silver, but I have not played around with gold yet. That's going to be a first.
Nice, nice. I can't wait to be part of that then.
Kumba fell asleep. Black Pasta says. You might have found an ad. Who knows? I don't think we do ads on this one. I definitely don't select that button. I can tell you that. I'd rather hold the audience. Like, I think ads are dumb, personally.
I have Plus or our Premium, so I don't ever see an ad. That's the only streaming service other than Prime that I pay for.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Those are exactly what I pay for as well. Just because my time's valuable and I don't have all day to watch 37 freaking ads a day while I'm doing research. So
for sure, I'd rather not see
sometimes,
those commercials.
yeah, you're going to be doing the work already and putting the energy forward. Is your time, what is your time valued at? And these bastards, I mean, guys at YouTube, they're seeing that, and they're seeing that a way to capitalize on people's time.
Oh, for sure. Well, they look at how much time we spend online. I mean, if they were to look at how much time I spend on YouTube, because almost everything I do is literally YouTube based. You know, when it comes to streaming,
Right.
I'm always on YouTube. I've got it playing all the time.
Nice. I was naughty this week. This is another knife I have. I've had this for years. This is a Black Rhino Cold Steel, but not this knife. Instead of stacking this week, I actually purchased a knife. And when I get that in the mail, hopefully by next weekend, I will be doing an unboxing video with all y'all. I'm very excited for it. I haven't bought a new knife in probably about a decade plus right now, so I'm way overdue. Not to say that I don't have nice knives and I'm not thankful for what I have, but I haven't got anything brand new in a long time. Like I said, a decade plus. So this is a not everyday purchase for me, and I'm happy to share that with you guys, my findings on it, and just show you something really freaking cool. So I'm very excited about it. So keep an eye out for that video coming up in the next week, guys. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I promise you, you're going to want to see that one. So keep an eye out for that video.
I haven't purchased a knife in a while. I'm a huge knife guy too. The last knife I got was given to me. It was this one.
Nice. Who makes that one?
Up and All.
Up and All. Interesting. Is that one of those pull down slide locks? You grab that thing, slide it, and then it'll actually close like a folder?
It's a twist lock.
Twist lock. That's the one. So that one's a twister. I've seen those where they kind of they're spring loaded and that sleeve comes down and then you can slow it down. But it's a twist lock. Very cool.
Super lightweight. The thing is sharp as sin.
Nice. I've actually been. Go ahead.
A customer work. Yeah.
Very cool.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brooke. I didn't mean to cut you off, Brooke. You want to say?
No, you're good. No, speaking of sharpness and deadly sin, a knife so sharp you just look at it too long and it'll cut your eyeball. I've been looking at doing some different knife sharpening techniques. I'm going to have to get a few more materials to do that, but I am going to be happy to share the results with you. I want to get my blades to hair whittling sharp. I don't think I've ever quite done that. Maybe one or two in my life I got lucky on, but I want to be able to set out and get a knife hair whittling sharp. And when I do that, I feel like I feel like I'll be the master sharpener at that point. But right now, I'm not quite there on a regular basis yet. But I trust me, I get them nice and sharp, but not oh my god sharp yet.
Yeah. Gary collects a lot of knives, it looks like. I've seen a lot of his stuff on his channel. Have you ever been over to his channel, seen his stuff?
You know, I don't think I have. I need to get on there and go check out Gary. I know Gary's been in the community for a long time. I I only have so many hours in the day, and constantly researching and geopolitical ties, all that stuff, and figuring out what's coming down the pipe and planning ahead for the dips, for the raises in spot price. I try to plan. I try to see what's coming down the pipe as far as I can, but nobody can. I mean, nobody has a crystal ball, but at the same time, if you try to do it, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Don't do what I do. You know, like you were saying, if you could record your hours, I have recorded my hours on YouTube. I think my record was 65 hours in 1 week doing research, but also doing stuff for the channel here. So I put in a lot of time and effort into my research and make sure I'm getting the most out of it. So, and I pull from multiple sources from multiple countries. I I have a very, very, very long subscriber list, and I have many subscriptions to channels I frequent in regards to that. But I also have other resources like the Dow Jones and all that stuff, looking at different things on cryptos and correlations of crypto prices with uh, commodities such as precious metals and all that. When one goes up, another goes down, and I try to figure out as to the reason as why. So when I see those things coming down the pipe in the future, when those events repeat, I know what to expect.
Yes, yes. Research is always good. Knowing what to expect is good too. But we're in such weird, unprecedented times that it's hard to use the normal metrics that we would use to try to predict what's going on in the future now. It's so much harder, and so you have to put in that much more work. So I commend you for all the extra research you have to put in to try to uncover those dips and highs because man, it's so hard to do right now.
It is, and even someone like say that a guy's been around since freaking the last Great Depression. He was 140 years old. He's still not going to have all the answers to what's going on right now. Like even if your great grandpa was still alive and was cognitive and watching the market like a hawk for the last 140 years, even they're not going to have all the answers. So, like, what's the saying? There's the people, two types of people: the people that don't know, and then the people that don't know that they don't know. I know that I don't know, but at the same time, I try to make an educated guess. So if that makes any sense.
Yeah, you have to because if you don't, I don't want to be that guy walking into the walls. I want to be the guy that avoids a few of them the best that I can. So I feel you there, man.
Awesome. Oh, and address Goomba Gary there in the chat. Yes, I like the cold steel as well there, Gary. Got me a nice vintage. It's hard to say vintage. This was one of the last new knives I bought. Black Rhino. I don't even think they offer these anymore. If they do, they're probably quite expensive now. I actually that might not have been the last ones I purchased online. Um, Once upon a time, I had time and I had money, which it never happens. Whoever has both of those at the same time, am I right? And I went down to Ventura, California during Cold Steel's sidewalk sale, and I'm pretty sure Lynn Thompson held this one in his not in his hand at one point when I purchased it down there directly from Cold Steel on a sidewalk sale.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so meeting Lynn was pretty cool. He was having a day, so I just kind of left him alone. But uh, the most surprising thing about Lynn, he's a lot shorter than I thought he'd be.
That's funny the way that works out. The people that you always kind of look up to it and idolize in one certain point, they're always not quite what you think they'd be when you meet them in a lot of cases.
Right. Yeah, Goomba Gary says he'd buy another Master Hunter because his original got stolen. That sucks when you lose knives. It gets stolen, misplaced. I had a really nice Microtech Ultratech that I lost on a job about 8 years ago. I was pissed off about that. Not sour, not salty, but now I feel your pain there, Gary. I feel your pain. I've only lost 2 or 3 knives in my lifetime, but it sucks every time because it's always the good one. It's always the one you don't want to lose, right? And then you got the other your beater that's your kind of your go-to utility knife. I mean, some people like to carry a knife fighting knife and a freaking a utility knife. I try to keep it all one and the same nowadays because I don't need all that extra weight on my ass. So it is what it is.
I think you should be able to operate with your utility knife the way that you should be able to with your other knives. So I try to be
Yeah,
proficient with my knife handling with any blade that I have.
absolutely. All different steels act a little bit different, and the more you, it was to say you're cutting cardboard all day. Well, it's not going to be as sharp at the end of the day as it was at the beginning of the day. So you
Oh,
know, there's form and function to all of them. So
cardboard's a killer. People don't realize how bad paper crushes an edge.
absolutely depends on the steel as well. This is 440 stainless; it'll dull it out in no time. But other steels, for whatever reason, they like to have a better edge retention than the metallurgy. So that depends on what you're using. It's case by case. But anyways, yeah, enough about the knives. I was on a tangent there. I apologize. I didn't know you got to see what I pulled out right before you jumped on there, humble. Some of my pickups this last week on the dips. Half of these I picked up at $70 an ounce. The other half I picked up at $74 an ounce. So I was tickled on the dip. I was like, woohoo! Back up the truck. Let's go. And you see a 30% correction. It's time to back up the truck. Am I right?
Oh, for sure. I would have done everything I could have as well. I didn't actually get a chance to back the truck up, but I did pick up a piece from a guy at work who he wanted a. I brought some Pokemon cards in, and he traded me some Pokemon cards for an ounce of silver and a Mercury
Nice.
dime. So I did pick up some silver for literally nothing because that was just collecting dust on my shelf.
Absolutely. It's insane how much these freaking Pokemon cards have all but appreciated lately. Like I don't get the appeal personally. I mean, I was around when that series came out and became really popular with the kids, but it wasn't for me. So I get it though. I mean, I'm more like a Dragon Ball Z kind of guy. So if it was like Dragon Ball Z related, maybe I could get into it. But even with the cards, nah, not so much. Not for me.
Yeah,
Not for me, anyways.
I had one that was worth like $65. Surprisingly enough, it was crazy. And
Dude,
yeah,
I
just
just
saw
noticed
that.
something on this.
Oh, the edge lettering.
Yes, it's not lettering. It's a horse. 2014 is Year of the Horse. I never noticed that on the side, on the brim of this one. Very cool. 2014 Britannias have a horse on the side, like the for the lunar years. That's
Yeah,
freaking cool. I didn't know it had that. I just now saw that. Just a happenstance.
that's pretty cool. It's the year of the horse now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that's a 12-year-old coin I was able to pick up, a backdated Britannia in relatively decent condition. I thought it was a really rare find because at the time where I went out in the Boise area, because my local coin shop here in Twin, every time I go in there, he's freaking closed lately. I don't know what's going on. I've been posting that on some of my posts, keeping you guys informed on that. It's like, hey, my guy's doing this. What are your guys doing? Why are all these coin shops closing up? You know what I mean? Why are they going on vacation? Do they make all their money for the year? Now they're going to Hawaii. What's going on here? But yeah, I tried a new location there, and these guys they had two bins. They had several bins, but one was generic rounds, $2 over spot, and then they had just mixed in sovereign coins, just whatever, kind of like the Britannias or Krugerrands and all that in there. Also $2 over spot. Me personally, I'll take the coin over the generic round all day long, and they had them exact same price. I was like, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Oh, for the same price, I would have definitely taken advantage of the sovereign bin as well. I think any stacker would because of the recognizability of the sovereign coin opposed to the round as well, and the opportunity to move it. It'll be more apt to be purchased over a blank round as well. So that was a good score.
Absolutely. Also in the chat there, good night, Goomba Gary. Thanks for coming in. He said he has a date with a pillow.
Nice. Donna, my daughter, or I was into Garbage Pail Kids when I was growing up too. Never really collected them, but they were around in that era also. And I remember the Pokemon card boom also, and never really got into it because I was like, mid-20s, just grinding out life, and Pokemon cards was the least of my things on my radar.
Nice. Yeah, my brother was actually into the Garbage Pail Kids. He actually somewhere, don't ask me where, or he sold them or did what, but at one point he did have three 3-inch binders completely full of Garbage Pail Kid cards, like pretty much mint condition in those like 9-pack sleeve um, card holders in a 3-ring binder. He had three 3-inch binders full of those things. Outrageous.
That's a lot.
But it was really cool though. Every once in a while I would sit with him, my thumb through it. He's like, check these out. I'm like, cool. I'm a little younger than him, so I didn't get the appeal at the time, I guess.
You're ready to ping something. What you got there?
This is a Britannia. Again, always test your metals. I haven't tried to peen test these. It came from a reputable source at a coin dealer, a local coin shop. So let's give her a shot here real quick. This is a Britannia.
Nice.
Maybe we can do better. Let's try that one more time. Yep, that sounds like some genuine silver there. Yes. Personally, I'm more of a fan of the American Silver Eagle peen because of the metal composition. And you guys ready for this one? Let's do that one really quick. Much better.
Yeah, that ping's so much better than the other one.
And that's why these have higher premiums. Just in my opinion.
For sure. That was a good one. I like pinging the Morgan too. The Morgan pinged pretty good. It didn't ping like the ASE, but it did ping pretty good.
Just so happen to have one here. Again, we're testing our metals here. Why not? Let's just give one more on there. Give you guys another little ear candy on there. One more. Here we go.
Yeah, it just rings for a while.
I love that, man. I wonder if anybody's ever tried to like stretch this over like a steel horn. Just kind of like get it on there and hammer it over it and elongate like a silver dollar over it. Keep a nail in it so it doesn't crack and turn it into a bell. I think that would be a really cool project.
That would be a cool project. Yeah, a handmade silver bell. Sick. Bear, to answer your question, yeah, I could always, because you're local to me, and I can always turn you on to the LCS I go to. Not a problem.
Awesome. Now, who is it that I was just talking to the other day? Speaking of locals, oh yeah, B Waller. B Waller's out there in Idaho here. So yeah, maybe one of these days I'll actually be able to hit B Waller up at the local coin shop over there in that area. So he was the one that put me on the scent of that particular coin dealer out there in the Boise area. There's several, and I didn't know where to start, so I reached out to a couple of different folks in that area and got some good direction. I think I got in the right spot now.
Good. Yeah, Blaine's super cool. He's a good guy to know. He's actually the one that did the copper coral for me.
Is he now? I did not know that.
Yeah, so he did the copper coral, and Cartier did the silver turtle.
I freaking love that, how those two go together. It's like it's kind of like they belong together. Let's just say that. It's like a turtle. It's a turtle surfing a freaking wave or something, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, it came together really well, and I just needed to bend that little piece of copper right over the lip of the arm there, and it locked it into place, so it don't
That is
jiggle,
so
it don't
cool.
wiggle. It was a perfect piece. Once I got the copper coral, and he told me he could pour me a silver turtle, I was like, that is money right there.
That is awesome. Honestly, if you guys were able to not so much mass produce those, but pump out several of those, or I believe there would be a fantastic, there would be a market for that for sure. Because that thing's just freaking radical, man. I'd buy one. So those are
Yeah,
cool.
no, I thought it was a cool, and the concept itself, and he's got like 5 or 6 orders for that same turtle. When FG showed me that the mold for it, I was like, dude, that is perfect for what I'm looking for. And it was a perfect pairing. Actually, the turtle fit right in that channel perfectly, and it just yeah, I couldn't have expected it to come out any better. It's exactly how I wanted it to come out.
Awesome.
Joseph
Hi.
Lopez is here. What's going on, Joseph Lopez?
What's up, Jolo? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Reckless came in. How you doing, Reckless? You guys, I appreciate you all for coming by. Sorry we're streaming so late. And
I'm not sorry. I like streaming with you, Humble.
that's awesome. I appreciate that. And I like streaming with you also. It's you're oh, don't tell me. 110th?
1/10 Platinum Eagle, baby. I'm finally dipped my toe in the platinum world. I
Yeah,
thought
that's
I'd share that with you.
that's my next step. I don't know. I'm having a hard time pulling the trigger on it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's the way I was for a long time, and you know what? I regret not buying at $800 an ounce. So yeah, I'm not looking back anymore. I'm just going forward. It's just like
Yeah,
any other metal. It's only going to go up in relation to the dollar nominally. So yeah, we're good.
yeah. No, it's a
No
good score.
regrets.
With the price of our dollar dipping the way that it is, the world not using our dollar as currency here in the near future is what they're looking at. I mean, we've got so much uncertainty coming around the corner with what we got going on that
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't blame you. I'd have jumped on some platinum if I could have afforded it too. I'm having that hard time pulling the trigger. I'm glad that you were able to do it. So good for you, man.
I try to do a little bit here and there. This is again, it's collectability. If I don't end up using this as supplemental retirement for after I'm retired, it's just insurance, just in case shit does hit the fan. But if those two things never occur, this is something to pass on to the next generation. So that's what I look at it as preservation of history there of and some nice numismatic pieces.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I forgot I picked up one more thing too that I didn't show off. I got this World War II set.
Nice. What year's that one? Or does it just mixed years?
45.
45. Nice. Kind of a celebration post World War II, like celebrating the end of World War II, if you will.
Yeah, well, 4 of them are silver. You got your silver nickel in there, so it wasn't a bad score. Like
Heck
22
yeah.
or something.
Now that's a cool piece. That's definitely something you want to keep in the holster there. That's a value in itself, like for education purposes.
Yes, and as I get the better ones of the coins, you can swap it out, put better ones in there. So it'll be a way for me to improve the coin quality in the case itself. Just by going through loose that I have and seeing if I have anything better.
I
I don't
heard
know,
that.
how many 45 walkers I got laying around, but we'll see what I can do.
Right. It's a pretty common year. I think I got a few of them there.
I got a 63 42 walker that's in the case. Oh, that one's nice.
Yeah, speaking of cases, what do you guys think? Should I pull this thing out of the this little case it came in? It's pretty much a free flip, but I intend to put this thing into a freaking a tube, honestly. It's a
I mean,
1997, pretty much in BU condition. So
no, leave it where it's at.
yeah, that's what I was thinking because a description for what it is. I don't have any other ones like this. Maybe I'll just leave this one. If I come across more, I'll maybe rip those out of the case. But this one, maybe I'll leave it alone just for, as is for now.
Yeah, I mean, I'd leave it. I'd leave it only because I mean, it even though it's bulkier when it comes to the stacking. You know, if you got 20 of them, you could still stack them because of the paper. It's just going to be odd. And I would probably end up, if I had a whole bunch of them, I'd probably take them out and put them in a separate tube by themselves. But you got one, it's a nice display piece, and if it's BU status, I just roll with it the way it is.
Yeah, I could have got a couple more while I was there, and he was again. They were selling on me at 5 over spot for Eagles on the dip. I was like, this is a no brainer.
Yeah, no, that's a good pickup.
Sometimes
You
Joseph
okay, bud?
Lopez says, "I'm not happy." Sorry, Jolo. Did I ignore you in the chat there? I apologize if I did, buddy. I am terrible at reading chat. Sometimes I get on tangents. I apologize. Bear says, "Free that bird." Maybe in the future, but right now it's just pretty much a free flip. So
I've actually only freed one coin, and it was this quarter. And it didn't have a label. It was just in a blank case by itself. So I actually took it out.
nice. Another one I got that's in a case I've been thinking about pulling out. I don't even know where the hell this thing came from. I picked this up at a gas station. Again, this is more or less to remember a happy moment. That's why I picked it up. But it's basically an Idaho State commemorative a numismatic, no precious metal value token, if you will. But I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, I never see those at a freaking gas station. I'm gonna pick one of those up. So
Yeah, it was a
that
good
was kind of
pickup.
cool. Yeah, probably paid way too much for what it is, but again, it was more or less to signify a good memory. So why not? It's a good keepsake.
You know, sometimes, you know, even though it's not, you know, it's more than you should spend on it. You know, look, it's a piece that you're passionate about, or you wouldn't have bought it. You know, so yeah, no, I would display it. I'd show it off. It's not a bad piece at all, even though you probably paid more than you think you should have. You know, I can tell you, I have pieces like that.
Yeah, what do you got?
Well, my Carson City, I was in that room twice. The first time I struck out really bad trying to get a Carson City. The second time I made out really good. I paid 4 spins, $18 a spin. I won the Carson City, a Buffalo, and 2 silver dimes. But the first time I was probably in about $200 and didn't win the Carson City, you know. And the coin itself right now would probably, it goes for about 260 ish for that coin. So I was right
Oh wow!
about the cost of the coin itself instead of making out like I normally do. You know, because you got to take on Whatnot, you got to take all the times you spend and add it towards the way I do it is I take all the times I spend and add it towards the big prize. Right. So if I spend 10 times at $10, I spend $100 on the big prize if that's what it was. That's how I rationalize it.
All right,
So
that's not a bad strategy.
no, so if something's worth $150, I'll spend up to 150 times trying to get up to $150 worth of spins trying to get that prize.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, so earlier, right before you were coming in, I was trying to tell people about a strategy of my own, and this is something I recommend everybody to do. I know a lot of us already have accounts with online bullion dealers, but I don't know if you guys have anything in your carts. I mean, shop around, do a little window shopping, throw some like cheap rounds or eagles in your cart, and some maybe just one or two of the pretties of the high premium in there that you wouldn't normally get. Just have them in your cart to look at. That's fine. But my point is, do this with several of them, just in case there is a dip, like say in the middle of the night, and you don't know. Sometimes these dips only last 5 freaking minutes. I mean, be honest with me, Humble. If you saw silver dip down to $40 right now, would you buy something online?
For sure. Even though I don't have the money for it, I would move stuff around to buy it.
Absolutely. So that being said, if you guys have, say, Monument Metals or SD Bullion or whatever, what online bullion dealer you have, I don't care. Whatever one you have, your preferences. Have some stuff in the cart ready to go. So when you see that, you wake up in the middle of the night or whatever, you're drinking your morning coffee and you spit your coffee out in the morning and you see it's dropped down to an outrageous amount of money and you're like, all right, shut up and take my money. Open that link up, log in, because sometimes those dips only last 5 minutes. Am I right? So log in real quick, go to checkout because your cart's already there, and boom, you made your purchase on the dip. That's a good way to do it if you see a dip. I'm not saying do this all the time on every single dip, but if you can afford it, that's a good time to pick up whatever you're already going to get picking up anyways at a heavy discount.
That is a good way to prep yourself for the dip for when it is if you are a dip buyer. That is for sure. I try to buy weekly, so whether it's high or it's low, I'm still adding or trying to add the same dollar amount to my stack.
Absolutely. Like for me, the on the dips there, I bought double my weekly allotted amount on the first dip. So I just doubled down. Instead of my one weekly amount, I just doubled down and I bought the dip. And then on the next dip, because I didn't blow my whole wad, it dipped down again, even lower, down to 65. I caught it on the $70 dip. I was able to buy some more. So don't blow your whole load. So I pretty much in a 2 week period, I spent my entire monthly allowance for the metals, but I was able to do it on a significant discount. So just be able to sit in that cash position, 2 pounds on the deals. Cash positions long term obviously are a losing proposition, but you should always have an emergency fund. You should always have a cash position to come up on opportunities. I mean, look at Warren Buffett. That's what he's doing right now. He's sitting on what 26% of his total company's worth is in the cash position right now. It's the largest cash position like the world's ever seen. It's not because he tried to say, oh, because I don't have anything better to invest my money in right now. That's what his excuse is. No, you did this on the Big Short in 2006. You were in a 24% total cash position
For
in
sure.
2006. You sat on it for 2 years. The crash came, and then you bought all these assets at 90% on the 10 cents on the dollar. So
Yep.
don't try to fool me on that bullshit, Warren Buffett. No,
No,
he's anticipating the crash. Don't
yeah,
don't
he's doing the
see
same thing.
don't. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing. You're right. Keep going.
Yeah. So that being said, don't look what they say. Look what they do. This guy's sitting in a cash position, ready to pounce on a very fragile market that's ready to fall off a cliff. Once it falls off the cliff, he's going to come and steal its wallet, pretty much. So it's that's what he's doing right now, and the guy's already been successful at doing this before. Again, don't watch what they say, watch what they do, because that's a prime example of what the real what the OG big money guys are doing right now. They're ready in a cash position to come up on deals. Just kind of like with us. I mean, we're no Warren Buffetts or whatever, but if we're sitting in a slight cash position and we see silver drop down to $30, or I'm just throwing a random number out there, it drops down to $1 or whatever. I doubt it'll ever do that, but a significant percentage down, it's buying at a discount. Why not?
Oh, for sure. Hey, that's what J.P. Morgan did. Look, these guys that founded the financial world. I mean, there's four major guys back in the day that helped with the industrial era that helped found a lot of stuff, right? So J.P. Morgan being one of them. These were not nice people to do business with back in the day.
Cutthroat.
Yes, and the reason they have the assets they do is because nice guys are not good businessmen. That's been the cardinal rule for years. You have your exceptions, but ultimately they're not very successful running a nice guy business. That's how J.P. Morgan became how he did, and that's how he has the assets that he did. So it's just crazy how Warren Buffett is just taking a page out of potential history and playing his own card again to do the same thing. I mean, the guy he's really smart. He's got a lot of assets, and he did it once, and he's looking to just capitalize and do it again. It sounds like. or looks like, anyways.
Yeah, these guys don't let these guys fool you. They try to blow some smoke up your ass. That's exactly what it is. They know what they're doing. Look at what they do, not what they say. At the end of the day, I mean, look at what Trump's doing right now. He's making lots of volatility in the market with all these mixed news here and news there. Oh, I'm gonna kick out Jerome Powell. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, I'm gonna replace Jerome Powell. Oh, that guy's gonna be dovish. Oh, but the guy elected, he's normally hawkish. He's making volatility in the market on purpose, so you have opportunities to buy dips. That's what I look at it as. If you see what he's doing, he's not going to announce it like that, but that's what he's doing. So
Yeah,
you guys can, just like you and me and everybody else on Wall Street or whatever, they are able to buy the dips just like you and me and God and everybody else. So take advantage of it while it's there.
or at least while you can, if you can. Don't go broke doing that. Please be responsible. But if you can afford to throw money at your metals on the dip or whatever it is that you're trying to get, then please take advantage like these guys are.
Absolutely. Do I think silver will go to $1 million? No. Do I think it'll go to $0? No. It's like some variation there in between. I anticipate by being able to use this same coin to buy the same amount of value of stuff between now and 50 years from now. It'll still buy the same amount of value. It's not going to super go out of a parabolic and off the charts unless we find out silver cures cancer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it will maintain its purchasing power. It'll help maintain your purchasing power, and it'll help defend your purchasing power in the midst of a declining currency, or any currency in that matter, because this isn't currency. This is God's money, if you ask me.
Yes, yeah, it's a great way to preserve your wealth. There was a time where this silver quarter would buy you 3 gallons of gas. Now, if you cash it out, this silver quarter will still buy you 3 gallons of gas.
Absolutely. Again, I don't anticipate it making me filthy, stinking rich, but I intend to not be robbed blind by a depreciating asset that is the U.S. dollar right now, or any asset for that matter. I'm tired of getting robbed blind. That's why I started stacking in the first place.
I found this rolling around earlier today.
Oh, nice. Standing Liberty Quarter?
Yeah. And it's got a 0 on the end. It's the only part of the date that I can see. But still, I didn't realize that I even had one, actually. And was just looking through some silver quarters and found this sitting in a roll. Not a bad realization.
That's a great gain right there, buddy. Good job. What's to address the chat here? Bear's asking, do you guys think the price is starting to stay the silver? I'm saying, yeah, the price of silver. Sorry, there's a bunch of pop-up crap in my face. Do you think the price of silver is starting to stabilize? I mean, not really.
I think maybe it's sitting at floor. I think we're just below it, but I believe that if it stays stable for the next couple of weeks, it'll establish a new somewhat floor, right?
Yes.
So right now we've been settling in the mid to high 70s as the last week or so. So if this goes on for another week or so, you would be easy to assume that the new floor would be 75, right? Or close to 80 at that point. But it's so volatile right now with all the political uncertainty, with people's countries being taken over, China pulling the card that they did. When China did what they did this year, it threw the whole world for a loop when it came to metals.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a big monkey wrench in the gears for sure. The fact that they own so much, they're definitely incentivized to manipulate the price to the high. I mean, there's manipulation on both sides, keeping it down and trying to get it up high. But at the same time, what we need to do is get it in a position to where the manipulation stops and true price discovery actually begins, and real free market capitalism. Right now with this manipulation, it's like the furthest thing from it on both sides.
Both sides. Yeah. So silver's highly undervalued, and gold could even be potentially overvalued depending on how you're looking at things. Because let's ask, which is more of the more needed metal when it comes down to it, gold or silver, right? Silver is consumed where gold is not. And so you would imagine that silver would be more valuable at that point, considering it's a byproduct of copper mining and gold mining, and we consume it with our missiles, with everything else that we do. And that's just not missiles alone, but with solar panels, with batteries, with AI, with so many different things in the industries that we've got going on now, where silver consumption is so much higher than it used to be ever historically. So, like silver, could it be more undervalued than gold is being overvalued? Is how I look at it.
Yeah, there might be a middle ground where they both come and meet in the middle in the future. So kind of like what do they say? You divide all the ounces in Fort Knox by the national debt, and that would put gold at like in the 20,000 plus range per ounce. And then if you take silver and I'm losing my train of thought here. One second, I gotta take a drink of water. You get that tickle in your back of your throat. Ugh, hate that.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Sorry about that. No, basically that puts gold artificially high because you're comparing it to somebody's bad credit card. So, and then silver is artificially low because the manipulation that's been ongoing. We've been in a deficit for what's coming out of the ground for what's actually being used 6 years in a row, right? And to the point where we've used 90% of that surplus in the last 6 years. Well, it took 6 years to take out 90% of it. Where are we going to be in a year or two? And then there's no more surplus, and we actually need the stuff, and we're trying to use it. And if that's the case, I think true price discovery is inevitable. But will it happen in 1 year, 2 year, 10 year? I don't know.
Well, it's faster around the corner than it is later, in my opinion, because I mean, when's the last time you heard of an actual silver mine producing silver? There's only one or two that I know of, and I know that I believe it's Dolly Varden up in Canada. That's one of the only designated all silver mines that's still active in the world right now.
Okay.
And hearing that Trump's going to ramp up silver production to help with that deficit that we're facing with silver that we would have been getting from China, it's still, in order to get to that 20%, it's 10 years out in the best case scenario, because it takes 10 to 15 years to get everything geared, rolling, and running. And if we're not in position to do any of that, we're 10 years behind.
Now, the 10 to 15 years, I'm assuming you're referring to getting a brand new silver mine online.
Yes, or even if you think about getting one that we had that was online functional again, it's still going to take more time than just walking in and turning a switch on.
Absolutely. Especially in this day and age, the thing that's different from silver mines that are from the past and for silver mining going to the future, safety rules and regulation, health and safety, you got OSHA, MSHA, all that stuff that's going to inevitably slow the progress and process of doing that down. So it may take even 20, 25 years to get those up and rolling in full production.
Yeah, that's the sad thing is people don't realize the timeline that it takes in order to get all those things in place because of the standards that we have now when it comes to industry, OSHA in particular, all those extra things that we're going to have to do to make sure that it's within regulations so we're not killing people digging down a hole.
Absolutely. Another contributing factor to that is you have the U.S. government investing in these companies. They're shareholders now of these like tech companies. Um, they hold like 10% of like whatever stock and whatever, right, Nvidia or whatever, right? They're heavily investing in the stocks in that. So as far as like these tech companies that are going to need a lot of metal, both copper, silver, probably gold and platinum too at some degree, but mainly silver and copper, if you ask me. Um, at what point does that house of cards come falling down when the artificial life support is cut off? Because they cannot just continue throwing taxpayer dollars at it. It's almost, I hate to say it, the way they're doing it right there, it's almost a form of beginning forms of socialism slash communism. When the government is getting their hand in even that is a big problem. So
Oh,
it's artificially changing the supply. It's no longer free market capitalism by any means.
for sure. There's things that our current government and regime are doing things that historically wouldn't be done. And in our, constitution says shouldn't be done, but are still being done. So I mean, this, I think all the handbook has been thrown away, and all the rules are not being played by in most cases. I think this is we're in a dog eat dog world now.
So the question you got to ask yourself: why are they doing this? Is it out of necessity? Is it their desperation? Is it that this is their last ploy to maintain power?
In my opinion, it's
And
desperation.
so like, there's only so many more things they can do to kick the damn can down the road. I mean, it's all, to all of our detriment and to the expense of all of us taxpayers for what they're doing. They're playing with a lot of lives here and livelihoods, I should say.
The
So
tariffs themselves were that as well. I mean, if people understand what a tariff is, and they understand that we pay the tariffs, the
at the end
consumer,
of the day, the consumer pays the price.
yes, the consumer pays the tariffs. So, um, actually, Liberty Bleeds Silver did a video earlier today talking about blind allegiance. And unfortunately, we've got a lot of our country that is fallen under blind allegiance. Just, oh, well, if that's what I'm told to do, then that's what I'll do, instead of actually saying, no, that's not right. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. And being that point of resistance when they need to be. They're just falling in line. And as a stacker, we traditionally, as stackers, don't just fall in line. We question things. We go to alternative methods when it comes to preserving our wealth, whether that be in the form of a sovereign round or a 10-ounce silver bull bar. We go against the grain. We don't fall in line per se, and unfortunately, a lot of our country just does. And that's why I'm proud to be a stacker. I'm proud to be part of this community, because I don't like to be that person that falls in line. I'm a natural leader, and I will blaze my own path.
Absolutely, a great American for it.
America.
America. Yeah, so speaking of blind allegiances and getting blindsided and getting tunnel vision, if you will, who are we to say that silver's price is what it is? Um, you have the COMEX, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and all that stuff dictating and telling us what this stuff is worth on the daily. I mean, they're like, you know what, we're going to drop it 30% today. No, whoa, 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 hey, chill, bro. So that being said, those guys, if they're the ones controlling what this is actually worth, it's almost like a central bank by a different name with more complications. It's like, but at the same time, you got to know what you're holding. It has value. it has physical worth to it. You can actually do stuff with it. It's a commodity. So the fact that these guys are trying to say the commodity is worth this much, well, I get that. You know, it's hot right now. It's not right now. I mean, a freaking iPhone is going to be a commodity at one point as well. You know, like either people like it, they need it right now, or they don't, and that will directly affect the price. And I get that. That's just the economy. But at the same time, should that should the economy be affecting the actual money? This freaking paper illusion that we've all been subjected to since 1916 is it's a house of cards, and we'll see how much higher they can build it up.
Yeah, well, there's only so many cards that a house of cards can actually take before it actually falls. And unfortunately, there is a base card in this house that's starting to starting to fall apart, and you keep adding stacks, and it's gonna fall. It's just a matter of when. That's the problem, and nobody knows. But it's getting closer and closer. That's the reason why the price is doing what it's doing. And I think the price stability will happen here soon when it comes to that magic number that everybody's looking for, that 30 to 1 or 20 to 1 or even 7 to 1, which is an insane number. But if that's what the mining, what they're pulling out of the ground is actually 7 to 1, and people are hoarding so much more. What's like how much silver does J.P. Morgan hoard?
All of it. I don't know. They
More.
got a lot. I don't got more silver than God right now. I don't know. It's an
Yeah,
outrageous amount.
it's an insane amount, right? And I used to that's one of the banks I worked for was J.P. Morgan. They have one of the strongest assets, and if I'd have known all the manipulation they were doing then, I would have gotten into silver even heavier. You know what I mean? Knowing what would have been coming down the pipe like it is now. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? If I could have stacked
Absolutely.
more silver and less gold last year, I probably would have, knowing what it did this year or at the end of the year. But I just stay true to my course. Stack what I can when I can, and stack as regular on my schedule as possible. Now, it does limit some stuff, like how much I can get at once, and that's shitty. Because I'm on a 15-year timeline, bro. Like, I got 15 years to go before I'm looking to take any of my savings, which is what my stack is, and turn it into anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean, personally, my exit strategy is just use it if I absolutely have to, but don't spend it at all. That for me, the that extra step of actually taking my metal to either a local coin shop, pawn shop, private party seller, selling it like that, packaging it up, sending it out, waiting for a check to come in. That extra little step is actually good for me. That way I don't spend money on stupid bullshit. So for me, it's an excellent medium of wealth and saving my time. This is for me. This is my time accumulated in metal form. The time I've spent to accumulate wealth.
Yes, I feel you. See, like I said, this is my savings account. So this is all money that would have been in my savings account that would have been spent by now.
Oh yeah, man, you got to have the newest this or oh, I like that T-shirt. Oh, you know what? I do like those shoes. Oh, I got to have that. Shut up and take my money. You know, like
Yeah,
we all have those moments, but
yeah. Where I
the
have
passion
extra
of it.
money in my account. Let's go take, the kids out to a special weekend when I don't necessarily need to do that. You know, because it would have been in my savings account, but I would have found a way to spend it. So now I did find a way to spend it, but I spent it in a way to where the value is still there. I just converted it to something else. So all of this would be not here if it was actually supposed to be in my savings account. It'd be gone.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as fast as the inflation is eroding the value of said paper, the the percentage amount we've all accumulated in wealth is outrageous, because if we held that in dollars, we would have been robbed that equal amount in the last 5 years.
For sure. For sure. Without us even knowing we're being robbed, just letting it sit in our hand, watching it diminish, not doing anything, just watching it disappear. Literally. That is how bad our dollar has deteriorated.
And it's just flushing your work down the toilet. If you want to work and not get paid as much, that's on you. But for me, I try to maximize and utilize everything there. Yeah, there's a certain percentage rule they have out there. What is it? It's 70, 15, 15. You should do 70% of your bills, your monthly expenditures, your rent, your cell phone bill, your car insurance, your gasoline, your car payment, all that should never exceed 70% of your overall income. Not overall, but your net income. Sorry, you got to pay taxes, right? So that being said, the other 30%, the 15 and 15 should be savings. Whether you do it in this dollars or whatever your Pokemon cards, I don't care. You can do a save in that, and the other 15% should be investments. If you're ever trying to retire, you try to put 15% of that paycheck into investing, so you can one day look forward to retirement. So for rough numbers, if you make $1,000 a week, 700 should go to the bills, 150 into your savings account, and 150 should go, I don't know, the stock market or silver or some means of retirement, 401k, Roth IRA, something like that. I've talked to a financial advisor, not me. I'm not that guy. I got a decent idea what I can do, but I don't know everything I can do by any means.
True, true. That's a good rule of thumb. I'm not a financial advisor by any means. I was licensed at one time though, but nothing I really say is financial advice. I will say that it make sure you do talk to a financial advisor, because you want to make sure that 15% keeps up with inflation and grows. Because if it's sitting in a cash equal account, it's just the same as putting it into a savings account. So there are the right ways to do something, and then there's the right ways to do something with the correct intentions. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. There's a couple things I recommend to everybody. Read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. It'll change your perspective on money and finances. Please do that. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Read that book. It's life changing. Somebody told me to read it for 10 years before I finally did. I wish I did it 10 years sooner. So I'd be 10 years ahead right now. Thank you. That was my own fault for not reading the damn book. And another one is, even if you don't take their business or you don't like what they have to say, go talk to a financial advisor. Get a consultation, even if it's $100, $200. Just talk to them. Get a better idea what you're supposed to be doing. Get an idea how to cross the finish line, set yourself up for retirement, and just don't ever plan on counting on your back every single day to earn your bread to eat for you and your family. Because one of these days, you're not gonna be able to count on your back. Time will catch up with you. Old age will catch up to you, and you're not going to be able to do this stuff forever. I promise you.
For sure. And you know, it's free. It's free to talk to a financial advisor. Okay? So talk to more than one. It's like getting a bid on the roof of your house. Okay? You don't go to the first guy. You don't take the highest bid. You don't pay the lowest bid. But you talk to multiple people and you find out what the best options for you are. So talk to two or three of them. Get more than one opinion, because there's more than one way to protect your future. Okay, so just it's free. It doesn't cost a dime. All it costs is your time. Now I understand your time does cost something, but at the end of the day, you're protecting your future. So
Absolutely. The only thing you have to lose is not preparing for the future, which in itself you cannot afford.
yep.
So
So
talk to them. Just go talk to them. That's all it is a free exchange of ideas. Right, take a notepad with you, have a conversation with somebody that knows what the hell they're talking about.
And be open. Tell them everything. That's the only way they can give you the best advice possible. It does not hurt to be completely open. It helps them help you the best way they can. It's the best advice I can give you. So just do it. And
Ron Channel. Hey, sorry, I wanted to address the chat there. Sorry there, Humble. We got Stuart snuck in here. Hey, Stuart, good to see you. Bart Coomans is in here. And we have Blockbust is back, still in here and hanging out with us. Thank you guys. Mr. Barrett, thank you guys so much for coming in. Humble, I think we have a lot more to talk to each other about and go over, but I think I'm running out of time tonight. We're just going to have to wait till episode 4 in a few more weeks.
No problem. No problem. It's been a blast, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Absolutely, brother. I appreciate you so much for coming on here. I love our conversations. And again, guys, if the conversations don't happen, nothing gets done, nothing changes. And if you're in a position you want to change and change for the better, start making moves today.
Yes, yes. And of course, again, nothing we say is financial advice. We're just a couple of guys talking. But yes, please. We'll see you guys next time we do this. About what, 3 weeks or so?
Absolutely. I'll try to do a better job of doing the StreamYard advertising more than one day before this time. I apologize for that, everybody. I've been extraordinarily busy the last few weeks. I don't even have time to even freaking. I'll be watching you guys on your live streams, but I don't even have time to freaking. I'll be listening. I'll be supporting your channels and boosting your watch hours. But half the time, I'm there, but I'm not there, so I can't even type in on the chat. But I'm still trying to be supportive in the community. So sorry, everybody. It feels like I'm not there, but I'm there. I promise you.
No, you're great. You're great, bro. You're there. I see you in my chat. You pop by. You say hi all the time. I appreciate you when you do pop by. We know that you're busy and your hours are demanding, and so is your job. So I get that 100%.
Well, America ain't gonna build itself, brother. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming out. Humble, it was a pleasure as always. I'll see you guys on the next one. Till next time, guys, keep stacking, stack 'em high.
Later, guys.